shocked, sad, devastated, angry. There really is no good way to describe what it feels like when you're told a loved one has cancer. You feel stuck in the moment, and you feel like time has stopped. In April 2014, my father was diagnosed with colon cancer. So today, we're going to talk about the statistics behind colon cancer, some causes and possible risk factors associated with colon cancer, as well as the solution and prevention and treatment for colon cancer. So we'll start with the statistics. Colon cancer, according to SEER.cancer.gov, is the fourth most prevalent type of cancer in the United States. This year, 100,000 people will be diagnosed with colon cancer, and 50,000 people will pass away from it. From the American Cancer Society, colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related death in the United States. And over 90% of new patients with colon cancer are over the age of 50. It's not a young man's cancer. And then finally, my personal favorite statistic. It's the one that gives light at the end of the tunnel. It gives the hope. And it's that there's over 1 million colon cancer survivors currently living in the United States today. 1 million people have survived this disease. So now we'll talk about the causes and risk factors associated with colon cancer. Scientists believe the link between colon cancer and diet, weight, and exercise are very strong, as well as a high intake in red meat and a low intake in vegetables. Now, I know this can be said for a lot of different types of illnesses and diseases that, if you're overweight or you don't exercise or your diet's terrible, you'll have this illness. But in reality, scientists have proven with a lot of great data that there's a direct link. Also, one other cause and risk factor is smoking. And smoking, a lot of people relate to lung cancer, obviously. But in reality, all those chemicals that you're putting in your body, they also seem to have a huge impact on your colon later in life. So now we'll talk about the solution for colon cancer. Early detection for colon cancer is vital. It's vital that it's detected early. According to my father's oncologist, Dr. Loventhal, symptoms often indicate late stages. So for colon cancer, you don't know you have it until it's often too late. And if you are diagnosed with colon cancer, what they often do is do a resection of your colon. They'll take out the cancerous area and then maybe chemo after that. So now I'll talk about our story, or I guess rather my dad's story. But for those that have been there before, for those that have had a family member with cancer, it's not cancer patient versus cancer. It's not that at all. Really, it's you as a family, you as a group, all your loved ones. You're all fighting it together with the patient. So, as I said, in April 2014, my father was diagnosed with colon cancer. And we got to this point because his family doctor told him and suggested, hey, Matt, you turned 50. You have to go get your colonoscopy. You need to get checked for colon cancer. You have to be checked early. And his father passed away from colon cancer as well. So my dad did. He had the colonoscopy and, they found cancer. That's tough. But then after that, he went through the typical colon resection. They took out the cancerous area. And then he did chemo from there with some harsh side effects in between and after the surgeries. So my dad, throughout the whole battle, even on his darkest days, he used two words that amazed me. Two particular words that always stood out. He used the words blessed and lucky. And I didn't understand that as a time because I was so sad about what was happening. Blessed and lucky? What kind of cancer patient uses those words? Even when he was in the ICU, he said those things. And what I came to find out was that his doctors had told him, Matt, if you had waited 6 months, if you had waited a year to get your colonoscopy, you would have been dead within 2 years. If my dad hadn't listened, he wouldn't be sitting here today. He wouldn't get to hear me tell 150 people about his story and about how I can help you to make your family members not have to go through the same thing that we've been through. If he had just waited, it wouldn't have turned out this great. So I guess that's when I really understood that, you know what? We are lucky and blessed as a family. It finally kind of made sense. So now your action, what I want you to take away from my presentation, what I want you to do with it. You've seen the statistics, you know the causes and risk factors, and you know the solution for colon cancer, and you know the treatment for it. So I want you to go talk to your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your family friends, your neighbors. And I know it's an awkward conversation to have. I know it's awkward to ask someone, have you had a colonoscopy? I know you just turned 50. Have you been checked for colon cancer? But you never know whose clock is ticking because they don't know their clock is ticking. They don't know they're running out of time because they don't have symptoms yet. And if they wait, it could be too late. So I want you to go out there and spread the word. Save someone's life. I want you to go out there and be someone's hero. Thank you.